I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls my whole life. I collect everything from porcelain to cloth, American Girl, neonates, and real care dolls. But my favorite is to collect and make Reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Zoe, Haley, Landon, Maisie, and Joshua. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi guys, so I'm here to do the video for my new American Girl doll that I got recently in my collection. And this video is to go on my Meet the Dolls playlist. The playlist used to be called Meet the Babies because I originally only had, I believe, my Reborn and Real Care dolls stories on there, but I decided to expand that into including all of the different dolls in my doll collection. So I recently renamed it Meet the Dolls just because not all the dolls in my collection are babies. So I figured I would just rename it Meet the Dolls instead. It makes more sense. And you can find a link to that playlist in the description of all of my doll break videos. So if you're looking to learn more about all the different dolls in my collections, I have videos for all of them. Some of the videos are grouped together and other ones are individually. Like the Reborn dolls are individually, and then like some of the other dolls, like my childhood dolls or my cloth dolls, my one-of-a-kind miniature resin dolls, and American Girl dolls, a lot of those are grouped together. But since I only have one new American Girl doll since the last American Girl video I did that had like a group of all my new ones, I figured I would just do this video now with her instead of waiting until I possibly get more, because I just wanted to get her story into the playlist. And also I will finally be revealing her name. I finally decided upon a name, and so I will get to that in a moment. Okay, so first and foremost, her story. For those who have watched my vlogs from when I went to Minneapolis, Minnesota, you will already really know her story. But if you haven't seen those videos, I'm going to go ahead and give the quick story. So, first off, this is from the Truly Me American Girl dolls collection. And so she is a Truly Me number 28. And she is in the newest meet outfits that the Truly Me dolls wear, but she is not one of the newer Truly Me dolls. She has been around for quite a few years in the Truly Me doll collection, so she has gone through various meet outfits. Like last year, I think it was last year, or maybe a year ago, the Truly Me dolls came in purple dresses. And then those were out for a couple of years, and then I think she was still out even before the purple dresses, which I can't remember what the meet outfits were before the purple dresses. I want to say they were pink dresses. So she's been around, number 28 has been around for quite a while in the Truly Me collection, so I don't think American Girl is planning to retire her anytime soon. Which is really great because to me she is a really good option for someone's first American Girl doll, because her hair is a nice length, but it's not too long. It's super straight and shiny, and it's very easy to take care of. Very, very easy, and nothing gets tangled. You just have to give it a quick brush through, and it looks great. And I think it probably gives you, it has enough length that you could probably do some hairstyles if you're good at styling dolls' hair, which I am not good at styling. I usually will probably just keep her hair like this, or I might just put, you know, a little ponytail or pigtails or something, and that's the extent of my hairstyling capabilities. But yeah, you could probably do some really cute little hairstyles on her because her hair is just a little past the shoulder, so she does have some length, but it's not super long to where it's going to get super tangled up. So that's what I really like about her. And she is like a medium kind of skin tone. Her hair is like a nice caramel color. She has beautiful brown eyes, and yeah, I just love everything about her. I think she's a beautiful doll, and I had admired her for, I would say, the last year to year and a half. Every time I would go to the American Girl boutique at Indigo bookstores, I would admire her. I actually originally noticed her not in the display case with the Truly Me dolls, but I noticed her on another display that was like modeling an outfit or something like that, or I think she was in like the bathtub or something. I don't know. She was in some display showing accessories and or an outfit. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I wonder what number she is. And then I went and looked in the Truly Me display case and found out she was number 28. So I've been kind of eyeing her for a while and wanting her for a while. I bought her July the 10th of 2018 at the Mall of America, American Girl Place store, whatever you call it, inside the Mall of America, and that is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I was in Minneapolis for a week with two of my friends, having a little doll meetup and a girls week, and it was lots of fun. And we knew that one of the main things we wanted to do while we were there was go to the American Girl store. And that is the store, the same store where I bought my very first American Girl doll, which was Julie. And that was all the way back in 2009. And I've been like, I've loved American Girls ever since. And the last time I was there, when I bought Julie, I had really wanted to go and experience the bistro, but we were pressed for time, so we didn't have time to do that at that time. So we made sure to include that in our experience this time. Now, when I went to the Mall of America, my original hope and plan was that I actually wanted to get number 54, which is an Asian doll that has dark black hair with bangs. And the reason I wanted to get her at the store was because they did not carry her here in Canada anymore, but they do carry 28 in Canada. And so I figured I might as well get 54, and then I'll buy 28 here in Canada, where I can get what's called plum rewards that the Indigo bookstores gives out. Unfortunately, by the time I got to the American Girl store in the Mall of America, it turns out the stores in the US also do not carry 54, and the only place you can get 54 now is from the official American Girl website. Indigo Bookstores doesn't even carry her on their websites. And so I was kind of sad about that, and I'm kind of starting to think that that might mean they might be retiring number 54. So I'm gonna have to try to move on somehow getting her. Our personal shopper that day had given me the choice of her ordering 54 for me, having her shipped to Nicole for free, and then Nicole would forward the doll onto me to kind of avoid custom duties and whatnot, and probably get a bit of a cheaper shipping option. But I really wanted to get a doll that day to kind of complete the whole American Girl experience, because we were doing everything from the bistro, and I didn't do the hair salon. I was going to, but I opted out. But I was gonna do ear piercing for my new doll, and I was gonna, we had the personal shopper, so I just wanted to get a doll to complete it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get 28. So that's how I got her. And so yeah, she's been here with me since I got home from my trip on July the 13th, and I had asked for name suggestions on my Instagram, and you guys gave me lots of great ideas. And there was one name in particular that Rebecca, who had sent me Josefina last year in the fall. She had, I can't believe it's actually coming up on almost 1 year since I got Josefina from her, but she had sent me Josefina, and she used to work at an American Girl store. And so she gave me a name suggestion that kind of stuck out at me. And then a few other people suggested the same name. And so I'm just gonna say, when we were in Minneapolis, I was toying with the idea of naming her Minnie for Minneapolis, or America, because I got her at the Mall of America. But when I got home and I thought about those names more, I was like, they're a little too cliche for me. I wanted something else. So I was really kind of like, I don't know. I couldn't really think of a name. But like I said, Rebecca and a couple of other people gave this name suggestion that really stood out at me. And I'll get to that name in a minute. And I'll just say, I at first was like, yes, I'll name her that. But then I remembered that I had also been toying with the idea of getting a bald American Girl doll. And I had originally was thinking, if I did get a bald American Girl doll, I was actually planning to use this name that was suggested for the bald American Girl doll if I got one. So then I was kind of torn. I was like, should I use the name and wait and see if I decide to get a bald American Girl doll or what? I don't know. So I kind of sat on it for a few weeks and really thought it over, and I kind of came to the conclusion that because of limited space, I know that I still want to get 54, and I think that's all I have room for. I may have room for one more doll that I may have in mind, but it's not the bald one. And so I kind of thought, I'm not 100% sure that I will end up with a bald American Girl doll, just because I don't think I have the space for any more than that. So unless I get rid of dolls to make room, it's not going to happen. And I'm kind of at the same place with my Reborn collection, in that I don't have any more space for any more Reborns. And so I've actually not even been looking at Reborns. I've just been content with what I have. So without further ado, I did decide to go with the name for her, because the more I thought about it and the more I called her that name, I really felt that the name suited her whole overall look. And that name is Bella. And the reason it stood out with me, as you all know, some of you may have seen my video earlier this year. If you didn't, there was a young girl, I believe she was 15 years old, if I remember correctly. And I had followed her on Instagram for quite a while. I would say about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years on Instagram. And she had a long battle with cancer. And she was a huge American Girl doll fan. She was an amazing photographer, and I loved seeing all of her American Girl doll pictures that she would take. And sadly, earlier this year, she passed away from the cancer. And so when I saw this name suggestion, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I could name her Bella in memory of Bella. But that's where I was like, oh, because then I remembered I had actually thought, like I said, I had considered getting a bald AG doll and naming her Bella in memory of Bella. But ultimately, like I said, I did decide to name number 28 Bella, just because I really felt it suited her, just her overall appearance. I really like the name. And I think she looks like a Bella, honestly. And so she will be my Bella doll in memory of Bella, because I honestly am not 100% sure that I would end up with a bald AG doll, because I don't really have the space for it, and I still want 54. So, so that is her name. Her name is Bella, and that is her story, and I'm really super glad that I got her. The only thing, and oh, okay, before I get to my only thing, when I was at the store, I literally went through every number 28 that they had on the shelf. And I finally landed upon her because A, her eyes were positioned nicely. A lot of the new American Girl dolls have these really wonky eyes where they're looking downward, because they've cheapened their eyes, which is annoying. Because their prices have not cheapened. They're still the high price. And then a lot of the other ones, some of the eyelashes were kind of wonky. So she literally had perfect eyelashes, perfect eyes. From what I could see in the box, her skin had no flaws or scratches or anything like that, or shiny spots. And from what I could tell with her hair in the hairnet, it's always hard to tell with the hair in the hairnet how the hair is going to be until you take it off. I thought her hair looked pretty good from the hairnet. And it is. Her hair is awesome. But there is one thing that is bothering me with the hair, and I don't know how I can fix it. I'm sure there's a way because it's not huge, but I'm going to zoom in to show you. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to come up because of the lighting. Yeah, it's probably not going to show up very good, and I don't even know if I was to bring the camera up close if it would, but basically what it is she has these indents. Oh yes, it's coming up on camera perfectly actually. She has these indents in her hair. There's one here and one here. Can you see that, guys? There's like an indent here and an indent here. It's like a kink in her hair, and I don't know what caused that. I almost want to say it was from her hair being in a hairnet for a long period of time, because the marks almost line up with the seams of the wig, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like two little lines and then two little lines, and that goes all the way around her head. Although I don't think it's as bad on this side, but it's there. You can see it. It's like a little indent. And so she has that all the way around on both sides of her hair. And I don't know how I can fix it. I've tried wetting it and combing and brushing it out to see if it would straighten a little bit. But it hasn't. So I don't really know what I can do about that exactly. So if there's any avid AG collectors out there that are really good at like fixing the hair on them, if you have any ideas for me on how I could possibly get that little kink out in her hair. I really think it has something to do with the way her hairnet was on that kind of created this indent in her hair. And I'm sure there's a way to get it out so it's not permanent. But other than that, she is literally perfect. Like, oh, I just love how silky and smooth her hair is. And she doesn't even have a lot of flyaway pieces. She, like, you know, like sometimes when I get AG dolls, they have like these little short ends kind of sticking up. And I sometimes have to pluck them or like really wet them to get them down. But she doesn't have that. So, and she did get her ears pierced the day that I bought her. So she's got her blue earrings. They're just little blue studs. And yeah, like I said, you can pretty much do, I don't know, you can do so many hairstyles on her probably. I'm just not very good at doing hair in general. But you know, like you could probably put like a nice little clip to clip those bangs out of her face, which would look really cute. That would be an easy style for me to do. I could probably either tie it back or clip it back. You could probably do 2 little pigtail things, half up pigtails. You could probably do a little ponytail or pigtails or whatever. So I'd say for a first doll, like for someone that's young and it's their first AG doll, you know, you wouldn't want to go for something with super curly hair that's hard to maintain. This is a really great first doll. I've had lots of people say that it's a great first doll because she just, you know, her hair is, like I said, just a little past the shoulder. So it has the length to do little hairstyles, but it's also not so long where it would get super tangled. And it's nice and straight and silky and shiny. So she is just one beautiful doll. So that is Bella number 28's story. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you like her name. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a better look at her. I know the lighting is not that great. I have her up on my island and the lighting is just kind of so-so. But overall, I think she's really pretty. I really would like to do some outdoor photos or videos with my AG dolls so that you can really see their coloring and hair color and eye color a lot better than our crappy basement lighting here. But it has been so hot this summer that half the time I don't want to go outside when I'm at home. Like the only time I really go out is if I have a doctor's appointment or if I go to work. Otherwise, unless it's a cooler day, I am hibernating inside because I just can't deal with this heat. It has been in the 30s and 40s with the Humidex, and that's Celsius, guys, so that's like in the hundreds for Fahrenheit. I can't tolerate it. The humidity, I sweat disgustingly and I can't breathe properly. I feel nauseous. I can't do it. So hopefully once the weather starts to cool down a little bit, like in the fall, maybe I can get some really nice outdoor shots of my AG dolls for you guys. But until then, we're stuck inside. Anyways, thanks again. I hope you enjoyed seeing Bella. I hope you like her name. And if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.